Hi guys, my name is CaitlinAnwyn for anyone who's new here, and let's get into another speed build. And this time we are renovating the Foxbury dorms, one of the sims that I am playing with in my Discover University Let's Play is in this dorm, and I wanted to give it a little bit of a British renovation. So I kind of found it weird that there was like 2 or 3 beds to a room and that they were like absolutely ginormous, because I know the halls in the UK, which are like dorms, but we call them university halls, they are absolutely tiny. Like you can hardly fit your bed and your desk in there. So seeing those ginormous dorm rooms, I wanted to make them a little bit smaller, and I also chose the most bland and boring color scheme out of the new wallpapers, because dorms really are just like kind of beige or white, and there would be no different paint for each of the rooms. Every one of them would look pretty much exactly the same. So I wanted this to be as like it's boring. I'm calling my own build boring, but I wanted this to be really bland and boring. And I also, as you can see, added some en-suites, because you do get en-suites in some of the rooms in halls, but of course they would be really basic and small, and they would actually cost more for the ensuite ones, but obviously you can't do that in The Sims. But if you have a more rich student who is a little spoiled, maybe they could be in the ensuite rooms, you never know. And the furniture in the halls that I've seen, I didn't actually live in halls, but I've definitely visited a few different university halls in Wales and in England. From looking at open days and visiting friends, you don't get to choose your bed or any of the furnishings. They're all just given to you. So you've got the same bed frame in every room, and all of the furnishings would be like really basic, bland and cheap furnishings. So I have placed exactly the same bed in each room, because I kind of found it weird. Like as a student, you wouldn't buy a bed to bring to your room, so they shouldn't really be individual for my taste anyway. So that's why I have chosen to just do all of the furnishings exactly the same, just in different ways, and decorate it slightly different. And of course this is in Foxbury, so I thought I would add a study room in instead of an extra bedroom. This has the new research computer things, which are slightly different to computers. You do your university research on them. And I also added that new robotics thing as well. That might be nice to have in your dorm, so you don't have to go anywhere else, because you don't have a specific robotics lab like it looked like in the trailer, unfortunately. And obviously everything is all basic and all the same sort of shades of beige, because that's what dorms look like that I've seen anyway, especially the ones in the university I went to. Obviously I went in dorms to like visit friends between lectures, so I seen the dorms and they were basically this beige. So that's why I picked it. It's sort of my version of a British dorm, because this campus really does remind me of the university I went to, so this is sort of like my preferred uni. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this is built only using base game and Discover University as well. So if you do want to download this for your university gameplay, you are welcome to. My gallery ID is CaitlinAnwyn, just like my YouTube channel. So if you'd like to have this dorm in your save, go for it. It's going to be up to download. So I also added in some lot traits as well. I popped in the new studying trait that came with Discover University, and I thought it'd be funny to add in filthy because all dorms are filthy at some point. Trust me, university housing, halls, all of it, it'll get filthy at some point, and that'll add in a little bit more of a fun gameplay feature, I guess. And I also put in fast internet because all students need Wi-Fi, trust me. So I did end up running out of space, and I wanted to make sure there were 8 beds in this dorm. So I do have one shared room for this whole build, and I thought it would be nice to decorate it slightly for each of the students. I tried to pick things that would be accessible in Foxbury, so the distinguished degrees are more scientific, like computer science, biology. So I wanted to show that in decorating the room. So I wanted to have a little bit of personality, but still wanted to keep it a little bare for the Sims to decorate it themselves. And you can't forget the tissue boxes on the studying desks, because we've all had a little cry thinking about how hard our assignments are, haven't we? So I do end up putting some tissue boxes in their rooms because those poor students are probably going to need it. I don't know whether you are going to be able to hear the rain in the background of this voiceover, but I live in Wales and it's autumn, winter, so I don't really have much choice other than to deal with the rain because there's going to be a lot of it coming up. But that's a classic Welsh thing to do, which is complain about the rain. I really enjoyed using loads of different styles of the items that we got in this pack, decorating for different types of Sims. That's the fun thing about dorms, which is slightly different to building houses, is that there's going to be a lot of different Sims living in one place, instead of like in a house where there's just going to be a family. So that it was pretty fun trying to think of different Sims and what sorts of passions they would have. So I definitely put a more sporty look in some rooms because of the new soccer football thing. I can't call it soccer. The biology distinguished degree is in Foxbury as well, so there definitely had to be a more sporty Sim. So I decorated like for a male or female sporty Sim, so it could be for either gender really. It's just simple and ever so slightly decorated. The build mode items are really nice. I like the more modern style than the items that I guess are for the other university, Brichester. I think that's why I went for Foxbury as well. I like the more modern items, and I thought I would use those more in the Foxbury dorms. And the base game update that came in, I think, June, July, something like that. The items that came in one of the base game updates go really nicely with Discover University, like the little robot head. They went really nicely with the colour scheme as well. Now I did put a little TV on top of this mini fridge and I tested it, and that doesn't actually work, unfortunately. I really wish Sims would watch TV in bed. Like, that is such a staple, like chilling in bed, having some ramen noodles, like a pot noodle a pot noodle or a toasty, watching, well, I'd say YouTube in bed on the TV. Like, that's a staple for a student. And I really wish Sims could watch TV in bed instead of just like sitting on the edge. Like, lay down, chill out, watch TV. That would be so cool. I'm sure I've said it before. That is one of my like little wants, is that I want is that I'd love Sims to watch TV in bed. And what kind of student are you if you don't have a coffee pot or a kettle, shall we say? Definitely a kettle for British people, I guess. Unless you do like coffee pots, but like I'm all for instant coffee with a kettle, I am. Kenko's my jam. So I had to put a coffee pot in some of the rooms because I think I went for more of a law student in this room. Try to imagine different degrees for different rooms. I thought a law student who's staying up late reading loads of law books, which probably cost you way too much money, you're definitely going to need a coffee pot in your room. So I put a little mini fridge and a coffee pot in this room. So it does save you from going down into that little stall to get coffee and buy like mini fridges and stuff. I put some in some rooms and not others. And then this is probably the most realistic sized room that I decorated. This is definitely more of a size that I seen in uni halls. I think this one was really fun to decorate as well because it was so small. I love cramming things in and making it look really cluttered. And this sim is going to be artistic. This isn't an artistic uni, so maybe they got the smallest room crammed in a corner because they are more artistic and they don't really fit in with the, let's say, nerdy students of Foxbury. So they've got the smallest room out of the way and probably the last one to be picked because this one's closest to like the living area where maybe they would let loose a little and have a little party. But I really enjoyed cramming in everything into this little space. Now it has to go on to Party Central, so I had to give them a little bit of fun. They got their nerdy robots room, and then I wanted them to have like a little party room, and these sofas turn into a corner suite so nicely. Obviously you do have that little bit of clipping, but you can't see that too much in this red colour, and I picked red for this room because we are in Foxbury and these like picnic chairs seem so haphazard, and this is just like kind of how it works. Students would just like grab things and chuck them in so they wouldn't have to stand around. And I thought it'd be nice to add a microwave and a coffee maker in the common room area because in UK halls and UK uni housing you do get kitchens, and you probably shouldn't because I've heard of way too many times of people getting juiced and leaving their, I don't know, garlic bread in the oven and falling asleep. So we probably shouldn't have kitchens. So I just popped a microwave and a coffee maker in the common room area just in case your sim doesn't end up in one of the dorm rooms with those items. You still have them. And these Foxbury students are definitely proud of studying in Foxbury, so I added in some banners outside, and I think these are really cute and it just jazzes it up a little, and it'll definitely help me find which dorm my sim is actually in when I'm playing this, so there'll be a little bit of a, hi, this is the dorm you're supposed to be going to. And I think I might add some bubble blowers outside to be a little cheeky for my gameplay, but I did want to keep this as just Discover University and base game. I hope the rain wasn't too loud on my mic. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Tell me which room is your favorite. I think I enjoyed decorating the art room the most, or the artistic room the most, because it's so small and cute. Let me know which one is your favorite, and If you haven't already, it would mean a lot to me if you could subscribe and hit the bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. I upload on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day and I will see you next time. Goodbye!